All right, North Node in Pisces, this is you guys. This is for you. I wanted to make these videos. I have made a series of videos about North Node to help you understand what you're here to do. Your North Node is your purpose. It's what you're here to embrace, but it's new. It's about growth. So whatever your North Node is in, and your North Node is in Pisces, it's kind of your whole life after 40. It really shows up later in your life, is about pushing you into learning these lessons that I'm going to share with you right now. 3 ways to embrace this North Node in Pisces and help you understand, what you're here to do. Later on in this video, I am going to talk about what I have learned about the North Node and the lessons I have taken from it. That is germane to all of the North Nodes. So, I teach a class in North Node, so I've seen thousands of people and talking about their North Node and how they embrace it. So let's dive in here a little bit to North Node in Pisces. North Node in Pisces is the quest is about transcendence. The quest is about connection to the divine, about a spiritual kind of life. And North Node in Pisces rules spirituality. And so in a past life, you may have been cast out for your beliefs. You may have been persecuted even for your beliefs. Your past life also is shown up in the Virgo energy, because if you have a North Node in Pisces, you have a South Node in Virgo. And so I'll talk about that in a second. That's number 2 about what you're here to embrace. So number 1, you are here to embrace knowing that it's safe for you to practice what you believe. Okay? You are healing your relationship to your soul. That is what's happening in this life. So as a past life, as a South Node Virgo is super practical. Virgo is, show me the reality of things and all of that. And so moving toward Pisces, moving toward a spiritual connection, it is all about faith. It's all about things you can't see. It's all about that. And so a lot of times people have a tendency, and this is in all of the North Nodes and South Nodes, they have a tendency to hold on to the South Node because that's what is their comfort zone. Okay, so your comfort zone has to do with being super practical, and I only believe in what I can see. But as a North Node in Pisces, you're being pushed to believe in something you can't see, that your rational mind isn't really part of this equation. And that can be a little bit woohoo, like, that's not something I do, right? There can be a little bit of arguing here, but after 40, North Node really shows up after 40. A lot of people spend most of the early part of their lives in South Node. And now we live such a longer life. It's obvious to me that our mission is expanding, because a lot of times, in previous centuries, people didn't live past 40. So we weren't really getting to these lessons. Now we're getting to these lessons. Your first lesson is to embrace your faith. Embrace your relationship and heal your relationship to the soul. This can be about meditation, shamanic practice, becoming a healer, all of these things, and you likely might resist that, okay? Because this is a new language. This is not something you already have developed in other lifetimes. This is a brand new relationship to spirit. This is about growth. Okay, so if you've been feeling drawn to spirit, but not seeing how it can work in your daily life, this is North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo talking to you, all right? The second thing is that you might find yourself to be very grounded, very practical, and very focused on the physical realm. And so after 40, you are going to get shoved into situations where you don't have a roadmap. You don't have a step-by-step set of instructions. You may even say that to people, like, I need a step-by-step guide of how to do spirit, not how to do spirit, because you might not even be there yet. I need a step-by-step guide to do anything. But when you're being pushed toward You must, learn about healing your soul's purpose. You must learn about your feelings. You must be connected to spirit in some way. When you get pushed in that direction, your relationship to the divine is missing somehow. And so that's the thing to build in this life. So number 2 is really about building your relationship to the divine and being tested by having practical solutions not work all of a sudden. That's going to be a little bit freaky because you're so used to, well, I just make a plan and then I work it. Pisces isn't about that at all. Okay? It's like you're thrown into the realm of having to believe in something that you can't see or that you can't take steps to create, because this placement is about leaving the physical behind, leaving the rational mind behind. One of the things you can really do that's going to start getting you down this road is meditation. Okay, that is the number one thing I would say. If you start feeling this situation going on for you, people don't become shamans overnight, especially if it's a new language that you're learning and it's growth for you. But how you can start to go down this road is meditation. All right. So the third thing that I want to point out to you is you may say to me, hey, Mary Jo, I've been curious about this for a long time. I've been reading books and I've been, taking classes and everything like that. Well, that's the third thing I want to point out to you, because that's still your rational mind. That is not an experience of the divine. That is studying the divine. So the third thing I want to say is you study the divine with rational mind rather than experiencing it. Those are two different things. And if that blows your mind right now, like, oh, I thought I was, if everything's about taking a class, if everything is about healing, but more in terms of I'm going to learn how to do this, what you're being asked to do is accept yourself fully, understand this is going to illuminate your shadow and all of this kind of stuff, and do the healing work on what you need to heal for yourself. And experience the healing of spirit, experience these kinds of things, shamanic journeys, plant medicine, all of these kinds of experiential, instead of reading a book about it. Because that is a Virgo South Node thing to do, is read a book on it. Okay? It's not about a coaching practice. It's not about that. This is truly about immersive learning, not through books, not through anything but your own life path. Okay? So a lot of people with Pisces North Node can be pushed into a place where they have to have faith. And faith is the thing that ultimately guides them forth, guides them out of a deep hole. You might have a lot of dark nights of the soul. You might have a lot of experience of ancestral karma, which I'll make another video about. You might have all of these experiences and fall back into your Virgo mode of like, all right, I got to learn, I got to read a book, I got to take a class and everything like that. What is your calling to do is to sit in it. Sit in it. Connect to spirit. Do that instead of reading a book about what's going on or watching videos about what's going on. So your job here is to practice compassion and empathy. That's going to be called on for you. That's a North Node Pisces thing. Embrace your spirituality and, healing with an eye to unconditional acceptance of the self. Unconditional. That's Pisces. Okay, so it's not about your physical being necessarily. It's not about reading a book. It's not about your rational mind. It's not about creating a plan, creating a structure. It's about floating around with spirit. Whether it becomes a job is not the thing. Let's not turn everything into a career. It may eventually become your career, but that's not the point. That's not the reason to do it. The reason to do it is you're called to do it. And whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. All right, so release and let go of all of that. Step into the energy of I transcend. And that's what you're here to do. That's your purpose in this life, going toward that North Node, healing your relationship to your soul. All right, Pisces, North Node, that's for you. If you want to go deeper into any of this, I do teach a North Node self-paced class. All of these links are below. And we also are going to be posting North Node past life regression. So you can see why, you can see the Virgo and the Pisces together. You can see why you're here. This is the intention for those past life regression courses around the North Node. All right, all those links are below if you want to continue on.